We're dealing with long division here, algebraic long division, and what we're asked to do is to divide this expression 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus x plus 1 by x plus 2. So the first thing that we want to do here is to set it up kind of like a long division problem. And so we'll have our x plus 2 is on the outside, and then we've got all of the other expression on the inside. Now the first thing we want to deal with here is this x. And we're going to deal with this positive 2 in a little bit, but first we want to deal with the x. So we do, how many times does x go into 2x cubed? And so x goes into 2x cubed a total of 2x squared times. So we'll want to write that right above here. Notice how my x squared terms are right here. So x goes into 2x cubed 2x times. Now that I have that, I'm going to multiply this 2x squared by x plus 2. Okay, so 2x squared by x, whatever I had up here, 2x squared by this x plus 2. So 2x squared times x gives me 2x cubed. 2x squared times 2 gives me 4x squared. Okay, so I've got those. Now I write it right down here and I line them all up. Now, just like we do a normal long division, we're going to subtract. So we move it to subtraction. That means I'm going to change both of those signs. So before it was addition, and now I switched it to subtraction. So I'll change both of the signs. 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is 0. 3x squared minus 4x squared gives me an x squared. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this negative x down. Okay, I bring that term all the way down. Okay, so now I have to look at this one, and I see that I have to see how many times x goes into negative x squared. X goes into negative x squared, negative x times. I write that right on top here. And again, I continue on the process. I have the same process all over again. I'm going to multiply negative x by my x plus 2, and I'll rewrite it down here. So negative x times x gives me negative x squared. Negative x times 2 gives me negative 2x. Okay, now that I have this lined up. Now I've got to subtract it. That means I'm going to change both of these signs. That one turns positive. This one was negative before. See how it was negative? Now it turned positive. Okay, now I've got x squared, negative x squared plus x squared gives me 0. Negative x plus 2x would give me a positive x. Okay, now that we have that, I'm going to bring down my 1. So now I've got x plus 1. How many times, I've got to ask myself, how many times does x plus 2, so just this x really is what we're worried about. How many times does x go into x? And x goes into x a total of 1 time. So we write that 1 right up top here. Now we continue the same process. We do our 1 times x plus 2, and that gives me an x plus 2. Now I end up having to subtract those, so I'm going to change the sign. X minus x gives me 0. 1 minus 2 gives me a remainder of negative 1. Okay, now that I have the remainder of negative 1, I've got pretty much everything done at this point. Okay, my quotient on this one is whatever's left up top here. And then my remainder is what I've got down here. Okay, now I just have to rewrite it. And when I rewrite it, I'll write this entire quotient, and then I'll go minus, because this is a negative 1, minus 1 over x plus 2. So my x plus 2 belongs on bottom. I've got my 1 on top. So again, this is my quotient, 2x squared minus x plus 1, minus, and my remainder is 1 over x plus 2. And it's x plus 2 because I got my x plus 2 right here.